This is Chuck Schaefer, and I'm joined by Marshall Lager. Marshall is the founder and managing principal of Third Idea Consulting and is the former senior editor at CRM Media. The purpose of our discussion today is to explore customer experience management, and in particular, to tap into Marshall's thoughts and expertise in how customer experience complements CRM and social CRM strategies and technologies. Welcome, Marshall. How are you today?
I'm okay, Chuck. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you
Looking
for
forward to the conversation.
Thank you for joining me. Marshall, customer relationship management remained a fairly constant business strategy for over a decade. But now in the last decade, we've seen emerging technologies such as cloud, social, and mobile either append, disrupt, or overhaul CRM. And now business leaders are hearing the promises of customer experience. What's the business opportunity and the benefits to be derived from customer experience?
Well, the business opportunity here is the ability to better express the soul of your business. That may sound a little bit airy, but consider as social technology has become more important to consumers, they are better able to identify businesses that get what those customers want, that get how those customers live. By being able to use social technology and mobile and all of the other things you mentioned as part of your customer experience, you're expressing yourself better to those customers.
Interesting point. Is customer experience a differentiator capable of delivering a unique and sustainable competitive advantage, or is it more of just a cost of doing business, effectively table stakes, where failure to adopt a customer experience strategy and supporting technologies will eventually deteriorate your business model?
Yes and yes. If you don't have something that differentiates you at least a little bit, you're a commodity. Customer experience can absolutely be a differentiator. It can make a business. It's still the case. They've been around for a while, but Zappos, the shoe company, their entire model is built on customer experience. They will make you happy. They will give you what you want, and they will fall all over themselves to do it. Starbucks built its massive business not on the quality of the coffee, but on the quality of going in there and getting the coffee and sitting down, ordering it from the barista, all of that. And that is open to any business that cares to go to the effort to craft an experience of that nature.
Customer experience aims to put the customer at the center of the company universe, and by design, transform product-centric businesses into customer-centric organizations. It's an admirable goal, but I ask myself, why didn't CRM already achieve this goal over the last 2 decades?
That is a great question and one that gets asked an awful lot, Chuck. In one sense, CRM failed, if you want to say that it did fail, because of the direction in which it was looking. CRM was presented when it first became a popular three-letter acronym back in, what was 1999, 2000, when it really started coming into the business arena as a means of managing customer information, as a means of giving information to the company with which it can manage a customer relationship. But it was all very inward focused. It was not really interested in the customer's wants and needs. It was interested in transactional data. It was interested in when you last spoke to them, when you can speak to them again, who they are, who their contacts are. So that, in the sense of customer experience, it never really was directed there. CX, as an abbreviation for customer experience, is a little bit newer. I consider it to be part of CRM. CRM is a discipline in my way of thinking anyway. Um, but because it is focused on how the customer sees the company as opposed to how the company sees the customer, it's having a lot more success. And I think that's the biggest difference.
Do you have any other advice for business or IT leaders who are about to embark on a customer experience journey?
I would say don't ignore old technology in pursuit of the new. There are people who have been saying practically since it came on the market that CRM is a failed technology. It's not a failed technology, but it's also not a panacea. Nothing's a panacea. It's a tool. So again, the advice that I would give is don't rely on the technology, rely on your strategy. Know what you want to do and then see how the tech can affect that.
Marshall, if we look forward, how do you envision customer experience management will evolve over the next few years?
I think that in the next year or two, we're going to see on the vendor side businesses that are able to better manage the aspects of customer experience, to map out customer experience as a physical plan, something you can look at and flow chart, for example, and show where all the touch points are, what the technologies involved are, and not only predict the outcomes, but just make it repeatable. That's really the trick with any experience. Experience is fleeting. If you can have a way to repeat it, to make it something that you can always have happen, and to extrapolate to other business models, you've got a real winner. And I know that there is work being done in that sense. Customer experience suites, if you will. Things that are created to enable businesses to really get inside the head of the customer and to get the customer to better understand the company. So if that can really come about, it's going to be incredibly powerful.
Powerful indeed. And with that, we're at a good break point to conclude our conversation. This is Chuck Schaefer, and I've been joined by Marshall Lager. Marshall, thank you for your comments and insights, and thank you for joining me today.
My pleasure, Chuck.